Assalamu alaikum, I'm Aisha and you're watching Samaa News. Here are today's headlines. Ukraine and Saudi Arabia have signed an agreement on defense cooperation that lays the foundation for future contracts, technological cooperation and investments. President Volodymyr Zelenskyy, who is visiting Saudi Arabia, said the agreement was signed ahead of a meeting with Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. He said on the Telegram app that Ukraine is ready to share its expertise and systems with Saudi Arabia and to work together to strengthen the protection of lives. US President Donald Trump has claimed that Iran allowed 10 oil tankers to pass through the Strait of Hormuz, describing the move as a present that signals progress in ongoing indirect negotiations between the two sides. Speaking during a White House cabinet meeting, Trump said Iran initially offered to allow 8 oil tankers through the strategic waterway as a show of sincerity. He added that the number eventually increased to 10 vessels after Iran reportedly sent 2 additional tankers as an apology over earlier remarks. Trump claimed that some of the tankers were Pakistani-flagged. Moreover, Trump has said that he will extend a pause on attacks against Iran's energy plants into April, and that talks with Iran were going very well. But an Iranian official said a US proposal for ending the war as one-sided and unfair. He threatened during a cabinet meeting at the White House to increase pressure on Iran if it did not make a deal, before later posting on social media that he would pause attacks on Iranian energy plants for 10 days until April 6th. He added in his Truth Social post that talks are ongoing and, despite statements to the contrary by the media, they are going very well.
US President Donald Trump has expressed uncertainty about brokering a deal with Iran to end the war, but reiterated that Tehran must agree to a deal or face continued US and Israeli strikes. Speaking at the White House, he urged Tehran leaders to abandon nuclear ambitions or find themselves facing their worst nightmare. An Iranian official has called Washington's proposal one-sided, but confirmed diplomacy is ongoing, as tensions remain high over the Strait of Hormuz and the future of Iran's military program.
On the other hand, the United States is weighing a major military buildup in the Middle East, with plans to deploy up to 10,000 additional ground troops, even as diplomatic efforts with Iran continue. According to a report by the Wall Street Journal, the Pentagon is considering sending up to 10,000 additional troops to the region to provide President Trump with broader military options. Department of Defense officials familiar with the planning said the proposed force would likely include infantry units and armoured vehicles. Moreover, the United States has deployed uncrewed drone speedboats for patrols as part of its operations against Iran, the first time Washington has confirmed using such vessels in an active conflict. The Pentagon said the deployment of the vessels, which can be used for surveillance or kamikaze strikes, has not been previously reported. It comes despite a series of setbacks in the US Navy's years-long effort to field a fleet of uncrewed surface vessels. The United Arab Emirates has told the US and other Western allies it would participate in a multinational maritime task force to reopen the Strait of Hormuz. The Financial Times reported that the UAE is trying to push dozens of countries to create a Hormuz security force to defend the strait from Iranian attacks and escort shipping. That's all for now. For more updates, visit www.samaa.tv. Thank you for watching Samaa News.